came back in the competition. Of course, an academy product, a Central Coast local. And she'll get us kick-started this afternoon. Nearly back to Ray. Nunn pushing forward. Rasmussen getting involved, a little tussle with Bosch. What is Bosch was instrumental last week for City. Early throwing out for the Mariners. Seeing the way the wind can pick up here at the City Football Academy, expecting much of the same this afternoon. Mariners still on the ball, pushing forward immediately. Pennock. Stolen by Rusbacken. Rasmussen using her physicality to win the ball and just beyond the feet. Backline of the Mariners now setting it up, looking to play it around, now push it forward. Martin playing back. Through the centre. Gomez, Ray, beautiful ball, the chase is on. Dealt with now Bosch with plenty of space in front of her. No, she's a bit of a magician on the ball. Bosch pushing forward. Looking for an option out wide. Now Policina goes down the box. No whistle, play continues on. Quick little back and forth. Touches just escaping the players as they get used to the conditions this afternoon. Stott, so instrumental. First player to reach 100 caps for City. Davidson. Apostolakis looking for Bosch out wide. Bosch. Apostolakis again. Goes for the shot, and a brilliant goal from Alexia Apostolakis. Well, she opens her account for Melbourne City in the opening minutes. And the youngster on the score sheet for her new club. A brilliant rocket of a ball. Well, Lourdes Bosch again getting involved. Apostolakis, she looked up, saw Langman a few steps off her line, decided to have a hit, and why not? She was the youngest ever goal scorer for Western Sydney Wanderers. It's been some time since her last goal, but she's immediately put Melbourne City in the lead. Was only 18 years of age. Debuted at 15. She's been a mainstay in this competition. City wanting to keep the ball moving. We know they just scored, but they want to keep the party going. Start to Rusbacken. Bosch. Plays it low, little tap on from Davidson, but too far from the feet of Bosch. The wind not paying any favour to the throw for Central Coast here. Bosch, first to the ball. Finds Speckmeyer. Well, the aim was Davidson instead. Finds the fast feet of Pennock, of Nunn, rather. Apostolakis getting involved now, back in defence. Seeing Alexia Apostolakis playing centre back, given the unavailability of Rebecca Stott. Now in a much more familiar position. Opportunity now, Rasmussen! Well, into an open goal, she'll tap it in! Well, it's an immediate reply for the Central Coast Mariners, and it's a goal fest in the opening minutes. Melina Miras just caught flat-footed. And the Central Coast product who came through their academy, their first signing, just a bit of lack of judgment here, just couldn't get onto the ball, and Rasmussen ran right onto it. Her fourth goal and first of the season for Annalise Rasmussen. Well, hard to believe. It is already 1-1 after only 5 minutes of play in this game. You cannot take your eyes away for a single second. And of course, it's the teenagers and the youngsters on display. City now looking for immediate replies. Speckmeyer drives it long, drives it low, but drives it wide.
Great control, Becky, well done. Let's go again, City.
Taylor Otto marshalling in defence.
Good talking, Lexi, good talking.
Langman. Playing down the line, the Mariners. And Melissa Barbieri, well, one of the most respected players, 28th season of professional football. Michael Matriani knows he can call on her from the bench. She says she's in the best form of her career. This will be the oldest ever A-League player if she takes the field. But given the leaky defence, you would think her time could potentially be coming. Bosch, just smart with her positioning. Central Coast defenders really having to muscle their way through to beat Lottes Bosch. Davidson, quick on her feet, wins the ball back. And Hughes goes down, wins the foul. Laura Hughes won the player of the season last year for Melbourne City. Streaming forward now. And Jess Nash gets her body in between. It's the first corner of the game. Hard to believe we're in the 8th minute. We've already seen 2 goals, but now the first corner. Jess Nash, another player called up for the Matilda squad. Of course, made her debut at just 17 years of age. Bosch, standing over the dead ball, plays it short. Driving through Policina. Bosch takes a deflection. Danger not averted for Central Coast Mariners, and Mariana Speckmeyer make sure that goes out for another Melbourne City corner. The work there from Policina. Deflection, not favouring City, but Speckmeyer smart there to just make sure the ball will remain in City Blue possession. Bosch. In swinger this time. Back post. It'll be the foul on Speckmeyer. Mariana Speckmeyer made the move across from Wellington. Scored twice in the Melbourne derby last week. Hasn't scored against the Central Coast. The 2 fixtures she played against them last year for Wellington. Martin. Irwin. Plays it back to Langman. Now the high press is on from City. Under pressure. The ball just awkwardly off Riley. So City doing well with their press to win back possession. Long throw. Harvey. Bosch keeps it in play. Uses her smarts and low centre of gravity. And again, a lovely work from Riley to push it out for another corner. This Mariners defensive line really being forced to work in the opening minutes of the game. Another short corner from City. Policina whips it in. Header from Speckmeyer off the feet of Riley. And it's high over the top. Almost looked like it was a handball of Speckmeyer. No whistle blown. Langan surveying her options. Nash. Long ball. And forcing it off Harvey. Central Coast really forced to take their time bringing it out of their own defensive half. City have been stifling. Davidson. Beautiful ball in. Just evades Policino in the end, the through ball.
Keep looking for it, Lee. Great positioning.
Langman again, smart to just take the time. And look at the possession so far, 53% to City, 47% to Central Coast. But really, so much of that play dominating the right-hand side of your screen. Fortunate hit there for the assistant referee. Long ball, Rasmussen looked to be the target, dealt with by Rusbacken. Riley to Gomez. On the ball was Hughes. City looking to get out of danger. Smart from Speckmeyer. Postolakis looking for a longer option. Hughes to Bosch. Acres of space in front of her. Patient play, patient build-up from City. Davidson, close attention being paid by Rasmussen. The foul given. And Rebecca Stott, well, she went on a run last time these two sides faced and was able to score. Hughes. Rusbacken. Bosch really laying claim to those wide areas. Basically just flirting with the touchline, giving herself so much room to move. Yeah, and the touch a bit too far from Policina. We saw the last time a game was played at this very venue. Stunning goal for Perth Glory, just hung in the air. The wind here, the venue really an important factor. And now, well, an opportunity for Brooke Nunn, dealt with by Apostolakis again. You think she'd be also knocking on the edge of Matilda's consideration, Alexia Apostolakis. Been a stellar player for young Matilda's, the under-20 side. Hughes to Bosch. Quick little flick on, back to Hughes. Now running into space. Speckmeyer was calling for it. The back is Apostolakis. It's a beautiful ball. Alexia Apostolakis. Oh, she looked to square it up. Squared it directly into Nunn. But again, it's the play, the transitional movement from Melbourne City. Despite the scoreline being equal, it's 1-1. Again, it's a build-up play. Beautiful ball from Hughes to Apostolakis, and well, Brooke Nunn had no other option but to force it out for another corner. Bosch. And just pushed over the top by Langman. Arguing that it was already out by the time he got to it. 5 corners now for Melbourne City. That has been the traffic down this way. Bosch. In the end, it flies over all the heads in the box. 2 corners. Another look at that last corner. Trying to battle with the wind, Lourdes Bosch. Martin to none. And massive shout for handball there, right in front of the technical area for the Mariners. Emily Husband's having some words. Irwin. Played back to Langman. Policina encroaching. Ross back and more than happy to just have that ball go out of play. Harvey. And stolen away. None on the run. Delightful thread through. An opportunity now for Gomez. Miras forced to come out and deal with it and clear it away. But Central Coast, well, they haven't had a lot of possession in that final attacking third, but they have made their runs count so far. Annalise Rasmussen, well, first start of the season, she has a point to prove. She wants to retain that spot. Nash playing out wide to Riley. That's the 5 shots to 1 as it stands. And the score remains equal, 1-1. The play continues despite the protest. Beckmeyer trying to do the most, and Policina really trying to put the fear into Langman. Nash falls on the ball, but still able to keep possession of it. Gomez, Galich being brought down. Well, we saw it a lot in the Melbourne derby last week. Melbourne City, currently the team in the league, prior to their round starting, sitting with the most fouls. You can see there the tug from Policina and Bianca Galich. They've just brought the physicality and another level of intensity this season. Galich on the ball, looking for that option out wide. Gomez, beautiful delivery, whipped in. It looks like got picked up with the wind, still remains in play. Smackmeyer, little turn. And it stays in play, and the foot race is on. It'll slow eventually beyond the goal line. Hard to believe the opening minutes of this game, we saw 2 goals. Goal in the third and a goal in the 5th. It's been quite dramatic of a start to this game. Well, Melbourne City, they scored early and they scored first last week before eventually going down, and a bit of a rough challenge there in the end for Hughes. Trying to take on Grant Riley in the end, just gets a tangle of feet and gets caught. Nash and Owen combining, involving Langman. City pressing more intensely. Kostelakis heads it forward. Ray. Speckmeyer and plays it low, back to Policina. Nunn giving plenty of attention. And another corner the way of Melbourne City. A little friendly shove there from Brooke Nunn. Bosch delivered in. Hughes. Oh, just absolutely cleared in the end. 6 corners for Melbourne City, none for the Central Coast Mariners so far. Despite their dominance, still locked in at 1-1. Davidson had a couple of years where she was in and out due to injury, but has really staked claim on the City side since she's made a move across. Of course, debuted for Brisbane Roar back in 2017 as a 17-year-old. Annabelle Martin looks long. Brought down by Nunn. And Apostolakis. The sandwich of players, the ball. It's going to be a physical affair. Well, we saw it last night between the Roar and the Glory. Are we in for another repeat? It's been a tight tussle. You can only imagine given the warm conditions.
Yeah, it's back right. Thanks.
Well, Kelly Jones making sure Apostolakis is not taking up any extra real estate.
Safe side. Busy. Busy.
Apostolakis. Polisina chested down, but no support.
They're coming, they're coming.
Let's ask it back to Mires. She's got a fantastic read of the ball. Alexia Apostolakis. Start. Start switching up sides. Now Ross Barkin decides to go from long, and it's a routine catch in the end for Langman. Won't be caught off her line this time. And look at that little run from Carly Ross Barkin. Another player called into the Matilda side. Martin to Irwin. In through the centre to Galich. Mira's coming out so far. Well, the ball will go from keeper to keeper. And we will have the first drinks break of the afternoon. Well, hasn't it been an exciting start to this match? 1 versus 4 in the ladder after the first 2 rounds. And we saw goals in the opening 5 minutes of play, 1 for each team. Alexia Apostolakis getting on the score sheet first for Melbourne City. Well, and then, of course, the goal for Annalise Rasmussen. Have a look at those goals. Well, Lourdes Bosch had a feature on The Tactician, of course, on the A-League's YouTube channel. Make sure you go to watch. Teresa Palaia spoke about Lourdes Bosch's technical ability. A goal and assist last week, but the work that she does out wide, her ability to drop the shoulder, the low center of gravity. First professional goal she scored in her career when she scored for City in their Champions League group stage matches right before the season started. But she has been an exciting player and a really worthy addition to a side that claimed the premiership last season. Annalise Rasmussen, very excited by her movement, of course, here today. Apostolakis, well, made the move from Western Sydney Wanderers in the off-season, came across to Melbourne City and now has a goal to her name at her new club. Langman to get play back underway. course, possession 52% to Melbourne City, 48 to Central Coast. A lot of work being done. Taylor Ray on the back of Bosch. Galich on the chase. Davidson, body to body. Here goes Izzy Gomez. Pennock to Nunn. Keeping the ball close quarters. Looking for an option. Galich to Ray. Martin off kilter. Dealt with by the City defenders, and then Policina, that stronger in the body, puts it long. Chase was on. Harvey was there, but just couldn't beat Irwin in the end. Catherine Harvey had a brilliant start to her Ninja A-League career here at Melbourne City. Came on and scored within 2 minutes of her debut. Finished that day off with a brace here 2 weeks ago against Perth Glory. Gomez plays it for Nunn. Waiting for an option behind her. Rasmussen off balance. Was Jade Pennock, but just went wide in the end. So Central Coast adding to their shot tally. And beautiful work here from Brooke Nunn. Rasmussen just letting it behind herself to allow the interplay between the two Patriots. Final third entries, 14 for City. Now a beautiful ball out wide. And a beautiful save from Mires. Big smile on her face. So after 6 corners for Melbourne City, we finally have the first for Mariners, and just a tight angle in the end for Jade Pennock. Gray plays it short. Nash. And the flag will go up for Taylor Ray in the end. The City players put their hands up immediately once that ball was released from Nash. Ross Barkin playing it back to Otto. Gomez causing havoc. Rasmussen adding to the pressure. Hughes turning one way and the other. Eventually finds Bosch, who's, despite attention from 3 separate Mariners players, still gets the ball to Policina in the center of the field. Speckmeyer. Policina. Well, Policina has hit the deck several times in this game, and a hefty challenge in the end from Taylor Ray. So a free kick in a dangerous area for Melbourne City. Taylor Ray, of course, making the move from champions Sydney in the off-season. Melbourne City sitting at 3 fouls, Central Coast 4. Bosch. Lourdes Bosch. And curls over the top in the end. Well, gone past that half-hour mark. Still locked in. The same score as we've been locked in since Annalise Rasmussen was able to equalize in that 5th minute. Owen in danger. Speckmeyer off balance, tries to head it back in play. Galich in the captain's bar armband this evening. City. An immediate yellow card there for Jade Pennock. So the first yellow of the game just came in late. Potentially didn't see Rebecca Stott coming from behind, but it's a yellow nonetheless. So 2 free kicks in very different positions, but still. City in the past couple of minutes. Bosch, a low delivery in the end, and a goal for Carly Rosbacken. What a moment there. City reclaimed the lead. Well, it was the work of Lourdes Bosch again. What a signing she has been, potentially one of the signings of the season across the entire Ninja A-League. And it was a free kick from a long way out. But Melbourne City reclaimed the lead. So Bosch almost looked like it went under the feet in the end. Carly Rosbacken didn't seem to be taking too much credit. But just like that, Melbourne City back in front. So a goal there for Lourdes Bosch. 2-1, Melbourne City up. So another free kick in the very similar area from where Bosch just scored. Are we going to see similar effort in back-to-back minutes? Bosch, more of a curling effort this time. Langman able to come pick up and dispatch with ease. Decides to take her time with it. Central Coast really having to fight their way out of this one. Melbourne City have brought immense pressure and immense attacking opportunities. They've really come with a new level of physicality this season. One touch play interrupted and then brought down by Stott. But play continues on. Well, down the other end of the pitch, last-ditch efforts from Riley to stop Bosch on her run. Well, complaints from the Mariners bench there. And foul throw given. Not too often you see it at this level. Another look at that challenge. Well, it was shoulder to shoulder. And Stott went down. Didn't look like there was any malice behind it either. So words being exchanged. Temper's starting to flare up in this weather. Nash asking for some support. Well, Jules won 22-14. Beautiful ball over the top. Pennock keeps it in. Pastelakis just putting a foot in. Stops the run of Pennock. Martin now looking for the cross. Cuts inside. Martin. Beautiful little layoff. Nunn getting stuck. Gomez. Ramirez diving on the ball. She'll take up some valuable seconds here to allow her team to run back. But again, the work of Brooke Nunn here. Tries to dart inside. Otto. Ross Barkin. Rasmussen slides in. Well, Martin, the only player there in the end, so quickly to Langman. Nash looking at to play it back.
Good decision, Specky. Yes, Minnie.
Ray stuck in the middle between Harvey and Davidson. Galich to Gomez. Gomez goes from distance. Pastelakis tries to head it. Innocent of play. Polisina's first touch, couldn't keep it under control. Hughes to Speckmeyer. On the ball from Pastelakis, hit the feet of Rasmussen, but continued on its merry way in the end. Passing accuracy pretty even between the two sides. 78 to 79%. Nash really trying to keep Polisina at bay.
Open up, Alexia! Open up, Alexia! Specky, open up!
Pastelakis looking for the run of Speckmeyer. Pushes it forward, Speckmeyer. There'll be another corner for Melbourne City. Hannah Martin. She's really become a crucial cog in the Central Coast Mariners defence. Of course, played at Sydney Uni under Emily Husband. 7 corners to 1 for the Mariners. City have really just been trying to keep the ball down that end. Nunn. And caught out by Bosch and Apostolakis. Polisina, Stott. Stott tries to switch up play to Ross Barkin. Chases onto the ball. And Riley decides just to give an opportunity for some respite by just clearing it. Again, Brooke Nunn getting stuck in between the players. Lourdes Bosch. Just truly an incredible play to watch in attack and in defence for City. Davidson being protected. Some space on the ball. Another opportunity there for Apostolakis, but it was always looking wide. Langman. Stott went down head first. Will be a quick break in play to make sure.
You come, you can go, you can go.
With the head injury. Just come back. As well, first time we've seen her featured in the competition. Jade Pennock just running through. She's already sitting on a yellow card in this game. Also for another challenge on Rebecca Stott. Have a look at that challenge. So Stott was always eyes to the ball, head down. Jade Pennock just trying to run onto it defensively. So Rebecca Stott up and moving around, of course. First player to ever reach 100 appearances for Melbourne City. Just been such an important part of the setup for so long. Inspirational player to say the least. So Stott rejoining the field. Final couple of minutes. Regulation time ticking down this half. We've seen 3 goals. On Stolen there. Opportunity now for Caitlin Harvey. Well, she doesn't really get the shot away. Takes a deflection. She goes down in the box. Langman there to pick it up. Davidson trying to break through the midfield defense of the Mariners. None. Almost being stuck with Kelly Jones alongside her. Well, so much back and forth in the end. The flag went up. Oh, look at that. Opportunity for Caitlin Harvey. Another international signing. Canadian. Came across and, of course, scored 2 in debut at this very venue. Martin loves to whip it in. None brought to ground. In the end, foul. Conceded by City. Oh, look at the shoving routine. Speckmeyer. She doesn't know where she considered that foul. Mary Martin standing over the ball. Great, low delivery. Flashes through. In the end, an easy pickup from Melina Miras. Policina, long ball over the top. Bosch running into space. A little slow. She'll wait for an option. This is exactly where she created that magic last week. In the end, couldn't find Harvey. Well, there'll be 5 minutes of time added on in this first half.
Shane! Mini, Cat! Lloyd! Get in your positions!
Will be another drop ball situation.
That's the pass. We're going to block. Zone! Wait for the moment!
Owen. Looking to combine with Nash. Out wide to Riley. Rasmussen. Off the back heel. And pushing and shoving and grabbing of the shirt, but Taylor Otto stands strong. Martin. Low ball, the run is on. While play continues. And Galich will start involved there. Another look at that. So Izzy Gomez to start.
Keep going, Becky. Keep going, Minnie. What's the picture? Becky.
Start to mirror as well. It looked dangerous. Gomez was lurking.
Forward throw, take, forward throw.
Well, Apostolakis, she was making her way further and further down the line, but Callie Jones will be having no part of that. Off the boot of Ray. Getting involved again, pushing it out to Riley.
Guys, sit on the ball!
Riley was sitting on the ball in the end, so to City, Otto and Stock combining. Two players who really led the passing, total passing stats last season. And pickpocketed by Galich. She leaves Otto in her wake. Bianca Galich keeps on going. Well, it will be a corner in the end. She's wearing the captain's armband in the absence of Taryn King, who's still recovering from that ACL injury. Just left Taylor Otto. Continued on her merry run, trying to dart inside, but not really any options opening up.
No, Claire, she can't do that. Claire, put it back. Claire.
Will be a break in play as Taylor Rose tried to move the flag out of the way. It's a short delivery. And another goal kick. Well, time is ticking down in the injury time. You can see. Looks like Laurie Hughes hitting the deck there as well in the build up to that corner. Mirrors. Flag went up.
One next cut! One next cut! Face it up!
Irwin. Couldn't be controlled by Riley. It'll be interesting in the second half with the wind more so in favour of the Mariners, how they will respond.
With the ref, Minnie!
Entering on the last minute of time added on. And with that, Callie Jones blows her whistle. Well, it was an exciting first half, to say the least. 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. But then, of course, it was Lourdes Bosch in the end to bring City back in front at the end of the first half. A really exciting play in tough conditions here at City Football Academy. It is Melbourne City. Well, at the end of the first half, it's Melbourne City 2, Central Coast Mariners 1. So let's have a look at the goals that have made up that first half. Well, we got underway pretty quickly here in Cranbourne East, and well, it was Alexia Apostolakis, beautiful ball from Lourdes Bosch, but it kicked that one out of the net. Langman was just off her line a little bit, and of course Apostolakis spotted that and just let it rip. Beautiful goal to open up the scoring this afternoon. And then of course it was playing it out from the back from City. The ball, but the pressure there from Gomez meant that Rasmussen ran it on and just tapped it home to an open net. Ellie's Rasmussen just absolutely booting it through. And again, the pressure there from Gomez to create the pressure that allows Rasmussen to intercept the pass. It was a great equalizer there for the Central Coast Mariners, not even 2 full minutes afterwards. Then of course the final goal in the end, well, I wasn't sure if it was off the feet of Rasmussen, but in the end, Lourdes Bosch, brilliant from distance, just allowing that free kick to go under the feet of Nash and Rasbakken. In the end, that is how we've had the goals that have made up the scoreline at the end of the first half. Lourdes Bosch, an assist and a goal to her name after the first half. And a look to the stats that have made up the game. Well, possession has been remarkably equal across the two sides. 9 It's been an exciting start to the Ninja A-League season, and of course a player that's made their return to the league as well is Sheridan Gallagher, and what a way she announced her return last week.
Winning that battle with O'Donoghue. Gallagher tees up Sheridan Gallagher! What an effort from Sheridan Gallagher!
And the reason for no celebration, of course, is Newcastle had to get the ball back to the middle. It kind of robbed Sheridan Gallagher of the chance to really enjoy what could be goal of the year.
Look, I don't know if she's the type to celebrate too much, but
Oh,
yeah.
no, I remember her first goal for Wanderers. She can celebrate with the best of them.
I couldn't believe the calmness and the coolness of her as takes the ball, gets up, hits it effortlessly. Like there was no power really, but it was such a powerful shot and perfectly picked out.
Perfect technique it was.
Yeah. Well, here she is again. What about this moment?
Well, I mean, that's the Sheridan we came to know in her previous stint in the Ninja A-League. But I think there's a channeled aggression. And you talk about power, force, that ability.
I know.
I mean, I think this is someone who now is a year-round professional athlete is showing us what she can do, and it's very exciting.
Has the break done her good?
I think in terms of how she approaches professional sport, year-round on contract with either the NRL or the A-League Women's. And again, we're taking steps towards year-round contracts for the A-League Women. Maybe it's an insight into just how good the league will look when we reach that point.
Well, Sheridan Gallagher may not have celebrated her return with that stunning goal last week, but you know where the celebrations will be next week at Unite Round, of course, being held in Sydney. Make sure you get your tickets there.
Haven't already, make sure to mark these dates in your diary. The 22nd to the 24th of November, it is Unite Round returning to the A-Leagues. Ninja A-League playing out of Leichhardt Oval, the Isuzu A-League out of Allianz Stadium. Tommy Orr, 2 venues, 14 clubs, 1 city. It promises to be an absolute football feast for A-Leagues fans.
Absolutely, and fans very much at the forefront of this weekend, and it's exciting to have so many exciting games and so many football friends from around the country and New Zealand, of course, all in one city, and the family atmosphere and the things going on around the games. I feel like there'll be a lot of excitement, so a lot to look forward to for A-League fans.
There's going to be legends on display, food trucks, DJs, you name it. The entertainment is sorted for Unite Round. In the women's, there's obviously the standout fixture. They're all great games, but the grand final rematch from last year, Sydney FC against Melbourne City. Yep. Of course, they finished 1v2. Melbourne City pipped them to the Premier's Plate on the final day of the season after Sydney FC got that terrible loss by their own standards against a Melbourne victory. If you're looking at the men's, the Isuzu A-League out of Allianz Stadium, I mean, where to start with the games here? Yeah. Not only is there a derby between the Mariners and the Jets, but a Sydney derby as well.
Yeah, all huge games on everyone's bucket list. When the draw comes out in pre-season, these are the games that you have your eye on when it is, and to have them all on the same weekend in the same city just gives the fans a fantastic opportunity to experience all of them, and not only necessarily at the game, but in and around the game, the pubs, and the family atmosphere. I'm sure that will be happening in Sydney. So it's very exciting. If you haven't done already, head to aleagues.com.au to get your tickets for Unite Round. Reserve your spot there. Take in as much football as you possibly can. The 22nd to the 24th of November, it is Unite Round.
I mean, you can't go past a festival of football and a festival of women's football with the Ninja A-League. It will be a brilliant weekend in Sydney next weekend. Welcome back to the control side of the pitch. It is Melbourne City taking on the Central Coast Mariners in round 3 of the Ninja A-League. Melbourne City 2-1 at halftime, and well, Annalise Rasmussen, she got involved very early on as a quick reply. And Lord's Boss, well, she has the goal that's put her team in front, the assist as well for the first goal. But Annalise Rasmussen, she's only played a combined 56 minutes so far this season. First start in quite some time. Of course, scored 2 goals in last season against Western United and Perth Glory. But with her first start in the A-Leagues, well, she's really made the most of it, scoring in the 5th minute. Lourdes Bosch, really, you cannot go past this player. Of course, Teresa Polias, in the tactician for the A-Leagues, spoke about her technical ability, and it's been on display in the past 2 games, especially here today. Rihanna Policino and Catherine Harvey, 2 players who both got braces last time Melbourne City played here at home, will be getting us underway for the start of the second half. Harvey, back to Otto. Comes back in. That's Bosch. Owen, straight down the middle. Out wide to Pennock. And Rasmussen. Well, the flag was up. But an immediate first attack for the Mariners. Mira's leaving it to Otto. Strong boot. In the end, the run is on, the chase is on. Speckmeyer wants to release Harvey. The touch is on. Harvey flicks it through. Now an opportunity for Bosch, but just not enough power in it. Quick, and Langman was quick to jump on the ball. I've seen in the opening minute of play 2 quick trips down both ends, and Harvey, great vision to spot that run of Lourdes Bosch. Just tried to use the inside of that left boot, but just not enough power to get past Sarah Langman.
Attacking control, be ready for that. Zone, wait for the moment.
Jess Nash, seen her play at centre pack this season. Seen her play a lot at fullback for Melbourne Victory in seasons gone past, but she's had stunning form in the past couple of years. Apostolakis. Back to Otto. The quick switch up of play using Rusbakken. Davidson couldn't get through the feet of Ray. Nash, little turn the ball. Wants to go away from goal. Kat Matilda at just 17 years of age against the USA. Otto comes in to provide support. Smart to get Hughes back involved with play. Rasmussen was trying it in the foot race against Stott. The press being applied. A different level of intensity. Otto falls over, keeps control. Davidson almost running laterally, looking for support. Otto concedes the foul from Gomez. Policina, well, she's getting involved in defence and in attack.
Behind the ball.
You can hear Melissa Barbieri calling out to Policina. Good strength. It's been such an asset of her style of play. Definitely been on display in these opening rounds so far. So 9 fouls for City, 8 for the Mariners. City typically haven't been a side we've seen high in the foul count in seasons gone by, but this season they're leading. Of course, 16 last week in the derby. But they've been able to use that physicality to their advantage so far. Galich finds Pennock. Plays it through to Nunn. Now City being patient in build-up. Too wide to the feet of Harvey. Galich. Waited to use Nash. So Isabella Gomez called up to the Matildas. The first time a former Wellington Phoenix, or current Wellington Phoenix player has been called up. Of course, playing for the Mariners now, but played an initial season with the Phoenix. Otto. Bosch just pickpocketing Nash. Policina slowing down the play, waiting for that run to come through. The chase is on. Well, Brooke Nunn still applying the pressure. Pastelakis gets it through, immediately dealt with. Brooke Nunn asking for the foul to be called from Pastelakis. We saw her pick up a yellow card last week. Debatable whether she almost could have picked up a second. But that was the intensity brought in the derby. Just pulling out the shirt here, really giving no other option to Kelly Jones. Brooke Nunn just stifled. Ray, long ball, coming off the feet, and in the end, it is Izzy Gomez. But the flag is up. Well, it could have been a great end to the week for Izzy Gomez, but unfortunately, won't be ruled as a goal for her. Taylor Ray, it was a bit of a scramble. Riley poked it through and Gomez finished it off. But it won't count in the end. She's been hungry in this game. One-touch football from City. And a touch of Bosch in the wrong direction. And again, another conversation, this time to Ross Back, and we saw it a few times in the first half with the Pastelakis on this very same
Minnie, come across, please.
Sideline. But just taking those extra meters.
Calm, Carly. Calm, Carly.
Riley getting that foot in. Had a great college career. Brianne Riley is playing over in Austria. We're getting the call up for the Mariners. Now Rosbakken with ball in hand. Nash playing it back to Langman. Again, it's been a game of pretty even stats across that possession. 51-49%. It was 51-50. You'd think there'd be some rounding up in there at the halftime break. City have just been pipping them at the post so far. Rosbakken scoring up for Miras. Bosch. Smart to find Otto who had space. Jade Pennock scored a penalty. Well, just the touch of the hand.
Carly, slide across.
Apostolakis now. Stott. Irwin wins it back for the Mariners. Galich. Back to Riley. And stolen from Davidson. Beautiful running for ball for Policino to run onto, but Langman quick and brave to come out. Mariners. Now looking to play it around. Nash. Back to Galich. Speckmeyer just keeps on adding pressure. In the end, it'll be the whistle that gives some reprieve for both teams. We've seen it a lot in the start of this second half. So much ball being played back and forth in defense.
Good cat, side mini, that's the one. Offside.
Another offside. So they have been steadily racking up for both teams as well throughout the game. So much ball being played between really deep in their own halves and out wide. The midfield's been such a slog to try and break through for either team. Both teams that we've seen a lot of subs being used in the two games so far. Davidson keeps on her feet.
Carly, attacking control. Easy attacking control.
Paulson using Apostolakis. Davidson could feel the pressure from Nunn.
Carly, get her straight now, Carly.
Well, the tackle success rate, Melbourne City 91%. To Central Coast's 59. Skip on the ball from Harvey to try and find Bosch, and then the tug of the hand of Bosch on Nash. He hit that hour mark. Another look at that little foul. Bosch just really tugging at the arm. Hit that hour mark. Will be interesting to see. We've seen a lot of subs traditionally for Central Coast as well. Peter Trimmers, who started the past 2 games, usually comes off at this mark to allow another attacker on. It'll be interesting to see if Annalise Rasmussen will be the player to make way first. There'll be other changes in Emily Husband's pocket for this game, but for a 2-1 scoreline, it's a remarkably tight affair. Central Coast yet to lose a game so far. Some really good talent on the bench, I guess, in Peter Trimmers, as well as in Lily McMahon, who made her debut last week, a local product from the Central Coast area, captained the Northern Tigers in the NPLW last season.
7 and 13 are coming off. So 13 out first.
Double substitution for Melbourne City, coming off number 13, Rebecca Stott.
So Rebecca Stott will, after 60 minutes in her first game back this season, will come off. The captain's armband will go to Taylor Otto. So Catherine Harvey will be the other player to make way as well. And Tyler J. Vlanich, the Serbian international, celebrated her birthday last week, will make her way onto the field, as will Briley Henry, who was also named in that Matilda's squad yesterday. Vlanich, we know she's got a powerful boot on her. Slots right back into that left back position. We'll imagine that Alexia Apostolakis will move back into a central defense position. And a long ball in. We've seen this once. It could have featured in the nightmares of Melina Mires again. It was caught by the wind, but sailed over the top. So confirmation of those substitutions. So Briley Henry on, Catherine Harvey making way. Oh, look at that opportunity for Izzy Gomez. It was high, but just didn't drop in time. Briley Henry. Storm again in the City side. Henry now on the ball. Uses Apostolakis. Panic. Looking to move forward through the pack. Little tap. Dealt with by Vlanich. Speckmeyer. Rosbarkin looking for support. Finds it in Henry. Now the choice from City to go back to their patient build-up. Using the full width of the field. Rosbarkin. Still staying in that right full-back position. Apostolakis in the center of defense now. Speckmeyer going on a little run through the midfield. Taylor Ray looking to cut it off. Quick little turn. Panic tries to bring it down from her chest. And a beautiful through ball, and Izzy Gomez. Well, it came off their hands, but it was a delightful delivery in. Ramirez has just taken the feet into the arm, the bravery in coming out. Low delivery. Garage try to follow the bounce of the ball. Bosch with the turn and the long bomb, but no one there in support.
Delay, Briley, you're in the middle now.
Easy, Briley. Watch the rotation. Good. Shoot out. Good. Double team.
Great. Panic. Rasmussen. Keeping on side.
Slide, Briley, slide. Yes, Minnie. Modest, tuck in low. Wait, Briley. Yes, Becky.
Ray now trying to keep pushing forward. Mariners just patient, slow, deliberate. Choices are being made to keep hold of the ball.
Good, that's you, Specky.
Even if it means losing some ground. Nash
Yes, low.
out wide. Spotting that run of Riley. Crosses in.
What next?
Riley again. Lourdes Bosch just trying to use that height difference to an advantage. Ray. In the end, Central Coast will keep a hold of the ball.
Specky, let's go. Easy, Riley. Yes, low.
Riley to Panic. Well, he and Bosch got sat on, but play continues on. Riley. Another cross in. Dealt with by Otto. The wind holding that ball up in the air, and potentially in other fields we'll see that completely be cleared, but when it gets that high up, it just hangs there. None. Another look at that work from Brooke Nunn. It's been an interesting tussle between her and Lourdes Bosch, as she gets involved in so much defensively. Well, two City players hit the deck, but the Panic. Galich, beautiful ball to Rasmussen. Again, City saved by the flag. Mira is able to get two hands on it, but in the past couple of minutes, we've seen so much work and so much attack being completed by the Mariners. The ball in to Rasmussen, the cutback, initial save. Didn't get two full hands on it from Melina Murias. Blainage did so well to keep the ball. More end-to-end stuff.
Wait for it. Yeah, work around.
Miras decides to hold up the play. A little interplay there between Apostolakis and Miras. Steadily approaching that drinks break for the second half. Of course, warm conditions here in Melbourne today. Beautiful run there by Gomez. Gomez to Pennock. And then an opportunity now for Brooke Nunn, but she skies it over the top. The build-up play was there from the Mariners. Good teamwork by all involved.
You happy for the sub now as well?
And with that, we'll head to the drinks break. Well, it was a really exciting start to the first half. We haven't seen the goals in the second half as of yet, but let's take a quick look of the goals that have made up this game so far. So very, very early on, it was, of course, the work of Lourdes Bosch, but the absolute rocket from Alexia Apostolakis. Her first goal in City Blue. Just spotted Langman off her line, knew the wind here. Now the control side of the pitch can really pick up this ball and just let it rip. And then immediate response from the Mariners. The work of Gomez here to just apply that pressure on that pass back from Otto, and then Rasmussen was up and away. Just close it down. Her first goal of the season in her first start of the season. Just an empty net to just slam the ball home. And that wasn't just in the first 5 minutes of play. And then, of course, there was this free kick from Lourdes Bosch. An assist and a goal to her name in the opening half. Just able to evade everyone, goes through the legs of Josh Nash in the end. Langman wasn't expecting that delivery, but Lourdes Bosch, she is mighty for this Melbourne City side. Davidson just getting a cool towel as well. Warm conditions here. Just confirmations. Central Coast Mariners doing a substitution during this drinks break. So Peter Trimmis coming on, Annalise Rasmussen coming off. Trimmis, of course, has been starting the past couple of games. A really exciting young product in that New South Wales system. And also Letitia McKenna making her way onto the pitch. And confirmation that it's Speckmeyer coming off. So let's have a quick look at the last chance we saw. Gomez delivers in to Pennock, cut back, then Rasmussen to let Brooke Nunn. Just too much on it. Picking up right where we left off, more or less. A lot of this, again, the conditions really favouring the side. Shooting to your right of your screen, the wind, the heat. That's why we're seeing so much traffic down the second half. Trimmis tried to find none, but there was just too many City players in between. Pennock. Galich just trying to fight with Letitia McKenna, who's made her way onto the pitch. A really robust defender. This will be a really interesting matchup between the two. And then Galich, almost a scooping ball. Hoping the wind picked that up a bit, but not too much trouble for Melina Miras in the end. Vlanich on the line. Well, 10 shots to City, 9 to Central Coast.
Look inside, Tish. Look inside, Lily.
Gomez, well, the pressure that she applied was the reason why they got that first goal. They were able to equalise in that 5th minute. Wasn't able to recreate there. The shots on target, pretty even between the two sides as well. It's a remarkably even game. But City, still the ones in front, still holding on to that perfect record, looking to claim the maximum points out of their first 3 games this season. Riley, in the last-ditch effort there from Blainage. Trimis, fresh legs, comes on. Tries to find someone in the centre. And Galich. But it's a routine catch for Mires. Have a look at that opportunity there for Bianca Galich. Recently capped Croatian international. McKenna. Flick on. Now Pennock. And a brilliant save there, but then Izzy Gomez! And it's found the back of the net, Izzy Gomez! Well, she gets her goal. In a week, she's called up to the Matilda squad. And the Central Coast Mariners, well, they've equalised in this game. It's been coming throughout this half. It's been where all the traffic is. It's the work from Jade Pennock here. Goes for the initial shot, parried away, but then the follow-up from Izzy Gomez. Followed over the line by Apostolakis. But it's a big celebration from the Mariners as they equalise against last year's premiers. A big, big year for Izzy Gomez. First goal in January. 3 awards at the Mariners Medals Night. And now the equaliser in this game. 2-2 it sits. In the 75th minute. How will Melbourne City respond? They're at their home ground. They haven't dropped points yet this campaign.
Good Taylor, good TJ. Keep believing. Let's go. Come on.
Blainage. Well, Taylor Ray, she'll go into the book for that challenge. The 2 number 10s coming together. Jess Nash just in the background as well. Just looks to have gone down potentially briefly with a cramp. But Blainage. So we saw a free kick from similar distance in that first half. It's how Bosch regained the lead for City. Now it looks like Blainage will be on duty here. In the wall in the end. But plenty of space now for Bosch to run onto. Nash. And Bosch too fast for her own feet. Gomez providing support. She turns on the ball, but the work from the defence here pushes it out. Blainage keeps it in play. Henry playing higher up the field than we've seen in recent games gone by for City. Blainage. McKenna to Bosch. Cleared by Nash. Riley. Well, the City faithful aren't too happy with the delay in play here. And Policina lending a helping hand to release the cramp. Brian Riley, only her second appearance in this league. We're going to hand up. Had over 100 caps in the NCAA, and of course won Division I with UCLA. Only signed her first professional contract 6 months ago. Emily Husband there having a chat with her players. Become an unintentional water break for the players as well. Hughes. Well, she ended up, just the work there from Nunn, just the tangle of feet, and looks like couldn't just break through there. McKenna tapping it on. Aerial football on display. Now Trimis versus Vlanich. Well, it looks like there is a player down, potentially Alexia Apostolakis. The cramps are coming fast and quick in this game. In the end, the ball brought out of play to allow Apostolakis to get back to her feet. So that will be the end of the day for Brian Riley, but the start of the afternoon for Lily McMahon. She made her debut last week. Very attacking-minded change here from Emily Husband.
And get that shape now. Easy, Minnie, easy, Minnie. Get that shape now, get that shape now.
So the sportsmanship on display. Bosch throwing it back to the central defenders. And now Policina around the charge, and McKenna putting Langley under all sorts of pressure. Hughes. Henry, arm to arm with McMahon. So for a game we saw so many corners in that first half, the City minimal in the second. Vlanich on duty here. Vlanich, high delivery. The run is on. Gomez versus Policina. Tackles out. Is in. She gets to the ball first, and now Policina giving chase. The ball goes behind the feet of Nunn. So it slows up the play. Galich. Oh, Brooke Nunn was all by herself. Now, you move towards goal. Nunn to Panic. She curls it over the top. Well, the Mariners, they're still in this fight. Just 6 minutes of regulation time to play. But brilliant work from Izzy Gomez. What a star she's been in this competition. And again, another look at the opportunity. Beautiful delivery. So Langman down as well. So calls for, if you need a drink, come get it. These conditions. Players still adjusting, still very early in the season. Of course, Melbourne City had 3 games prior to everyone else in the Asian Champions League. Went home with all the maximum points available.
Not yet, not yet. Not yet.
Sarah Langman. Big round of applause there from Rebecca Stott to Davidson.
Not yet, but the ball will fall to you, and you will get a chance.
Well, Langman getting that knee looked at.
You will get that opening, Lo. You get that opening.
Let's go, we're going to get another chance or 2, ladies. Come on.
You get that opening. And keep it up.
Another look at that chance there. The opportunity from Jane Panic, but finished cleanly by Izzy Gomez. That's the reason why the Mariners are level in this game. A beautiful delivery on a very tight angle. Used that left foot oh so well. Immediately runs to her captain. She was instrumental in their first goal. The pressure she applied on the press, and then now the second goal will go to her on the score sheet. Very interesting as well. Barbieri, of course, the substitute goalkeeper, but also an assistant coach at City, how influential she is in this team. Giving instructions on the sideline, that drinks break. Panic. Wonderful ball to Trimis, but the flag was up. To Brooke Nunn rather, but the flag was up. Just trying to understand the weight of it. Moving forward, another look. Panic combining with fellow English player in Nunn. Well, 13 fouls to Melbourne City, 11 to Central Coast. Players have been getting it done whatever way they need to. McMahon. Loses possession. Policina looking for who's in support. But won't get the opportunity to use it. As Nash makes sure that ball results in a goal kick for her team. Which is a stamp on the foot by accident as well. For Jess Nash, she's been so impressive in the first 2 games in her new club. Of course, started off her career at Canberra at 16, then moved to Sydney, and spent the past 2 seasons at Melbourne Victory, now returning to Central Coast. She spoke in a midweek interview about you play your best football at your happiest, and she feels incredibly happy at Central Coast, especially with the family environment in support. Bodies flying everywhere. Mira's doing well to wait for that ball to come into the box before she used her hands. McKenna. Ross back in. Another corner the way of Melbourne City. Entering really the final minute of regular time. And Taylor Ray now hitting the deck too. think this will be working towards really trying to get that lead restored for Melbourne City. 9 corners to 2. Vlanich, we know how dangerous she is. Made the move back from Western United. Was playing at City before the introduction of the club. Spent her off-season at Essendon Royals in the NPLW Victoria. Vlanich, beautifully weighted ball. Oh, McKenna got a foot to it, as did Nash. But in the end, it will be another goal kick the way of the Mariners. They've dealt with this resoundingly. Well-weighted delivery in. McKenna, the pressure from McMahon.
Substitution for Melbourne City, coming off number 8, Alexia Apostolakis.
So Apostolakis, the goal scorer for City, who open up the accounts today, comes off, and it's Caitlin Carriage in her first minutes of the season. 19-year-old hasn't featured in the matchday squad as of yet, but will get her first minutes for Melbourne City in season 2024-25 in the Ninja A-Leagues. So finished regular time. Now here come the Mariners. Gomez brought down. Couldn't keep it in play. Now City immediately with the counter-attack. Carriage with the fresh legs. That was end-to-end stuff. Despite the conditions, despite the scoreline, both these teams are so desperate not to share the points. They want to claim the win for themselves this afternoon. Davidson. Bosch. So 6 minutes of time confirmed to be adding on in this game. Well, it was looking potentially like there was going to be a substitution play to continue on. Gomez has been immense, as has Nash. Both such crucial cogs for the Central Coast. Well, Nash decided to let Langman let loose. Well, we'll go over the top of all involved and out for a goal kick down the other end. Now it looks like it will be that substitution. So Brooke Nunn coming off.
And then 7 is also coming out.
Substitution for the Central Coast Mariners, coming off number 7, Jade Pennick. She should be replaced by number 19, Leah Puxty.
Leah Puxty coming on. Leah Puxty, of course, played last week. Tess Cooligan coming on as well. So the 2 English players coming off for the Mariners in the final couple of minutes. Puxty and Cooligan making their way onto the field.
Also coming off number 21, Brooke Nunn, should be replaced by number 16, Tess Cooligan.
Ross Barkin stops the attack play there, but still deep. And the attacking third for the Mariners will opt to go back. McKenna waiting for the run. Bosch still got plenty of legs in her. Martin uses Langman. Trimis does well to control it. And runs straight into Hughes, who's been in a fair share of midfield battles this afternoon. Davidson. Well, she went down with a cramp, but immediately back up. Gomez. We'll tap on Trimis. It's a long ball to... No player was running onto. Hughes using Mires. Again, Gomez, the ever lurking threat on the ball. Otto chooses to go back. Ray pushing it forward. Will this be the attack for the Mariners? Ball in for McMahon. Can't keep it. In played across it back. Square it back for her teammates. Third in the Golden Boot in New South Wales NPLW this season. Galich. Gomez. Ross Barkin. First to the ball. Final minute of play or so, ticking down. City using to build up to be able to push forward. Henry now playing in the back line. In that full-back position we've seen her play so much of the season. Nash. Langman throws the safe option. Davidson just lurking up front as well. Well, Kelly Jones puts the whistle in the mouth, and for the first time this season, Melbourne City have dropped points. And Central Coast Mariners, well, they keep on their undefeated run as well. Despite taking the lead twice, Central Coast was there both times to try and equalise when it mattered. An important performance from Lourdes Bosch, who has a goal and an assist to her name. But at the end of the 90 minutes of football, it is all even here in Melbourne Southeast. So at the end of the game, it is Melbourne City 2, Central Coast Mariners 2.
Followed by round 3 of the Ninja A-League Women. Of course, our next home game is a huge
At the highlights across the game, there was plenty of goals early to get us started. Of course, this beautiful ball from Lourdes Bosch. Then Alexia Apostolakis just let it rip. Absolute rocket to open up the scoring in the 3rd minute of the game.